This Raw was awful. It was awful. It was week 3 straight. Well, probably not even week 3. It's been about a year of really bad Raw. Thunderdome not even helping it. I mean, there's just so much bad stuff going on Raw. And it's not any one person, not any one storyline. It is just it's a concoction of bad stuff. It is a brew of bad stuff. It is a roux of bad stuff. It is a soup of shit. It is just horrible. It is a gumbo of mumbo jumbo. Raw sucks every week. Every week. It doesn't even need to be said. And again, I'm not one of these people who just, shit on everything. But for Christ's sake, this show sucked. This show sucked ass. All right, I had to get that out of my system. So we're going to talk about the triple threat match now for the WWE Championship, which will take place at WrestleMania Backlash. It will be Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Braun Strowman twice. Lord, who knows? We might get Braun Strowman wrestling twice. He wrestles twice every fucking week now, apparently. All right, so I don't feel the need to go through the bullet points. There's no purpose here. What the tag team match that was announced got thrown out because Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre got into an argument. Braun looked dumb. He simply asked Drew for a thank you, for which Drew told him, I didn't ask for your help, so I'm not going to thank you. I'm not going to thank you for what? I didn't ask for you. And then, you need to listen to me, kid. To which Drew McIntyre had to remind him, I'm the former WWE champion. I got 20 years in the business. What about you, kid? In which Braun was like, oh, okay. That's I guess. Man, you big sock for brain ass motherfucker here, man. I can't believe this dude. This dude called Drew McIntyre kid at the same age. Said that he's going to teach Drew McIntyre something. Drew got 20 years of career on him. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, bro. So Braun decides to go fight by himself. Obviously, it's a disqualification. Why not? Because nobody cares. Mace looks like Terrence Trent D'Arby. Mace looks like Milli Vanilli. He has a ridiculous look to him, a salamander look. They both T-Bar and Mace are wearing face paint, which I'm fine with because T-Bar needs something. But can we please get rid of the names? Can we get rid of the names T-Bar and Mace? Can we get something closer to? Look, I'm even okay with. Let's just go with Mace Madden or something, And let's see, Donovan Dijakovic. How about I don't know. Anything else. I don't care what the fuck you call the guy. Just T-Bar sucks. All right, it sucks. But they get disqualified. They restart the match as a tag team match because of course they did, because Drew McIntyre came down there to help Braun Strowman. Then the match ends in a count out. T-Bar and Mace wins by count out. So these 4 guys had 4 matches in 2 weeks. 2 of those 4 matches were handicap matches. 2 of those 4 matches ended in disqualification, and 1 of those matches ended in a count out. That's Raw in a nutshell for the last about 3 or 4 weeks, especially since WrestleMania. It's been exceptionally horrible. You had these 4 guys wrestle in 4 separate matches, all of whom were back-to-back. 2 of these matches, of course, were back-to-back. It would be a handicap match. It would get thrown out, and then because wrestling doesn't make sense, you lose a match, and then you immediately get another match. Just because you went through the magic of commercial. You go to commercial, you come back, oh, it's a fresh new match. And all of a sudden, what was a handicap match that ended in disqualification, instead of moving on and going to something else, it's like, nope. Now we have a tag team match. It's like, I don't even know when this started. But I know it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, in no sport do you have the games gets thrown out and we start the whole game all over again. When do that ever happen? And I know I shouldn't be saying that because, it kind of makes wrestling sound especially ridiculous, but that is ridiculous. You know, if it ends in disqualification, end it. End this. Let's move on. Let's do something else. Why we have to? These four guys took 20 minutes of Raw. The first 20 minutes of Raw was just these four guys. McIntyre and Braun arguing and wrestling these T-Bar and Mason, not doing them any good because they're not winning. You know, it's just stupid. All around stupid. So then, during the match in which it didn't count out, Braun Strowman got clotheslined by mistake by Drew McIntyre, which led Braun Strowman to power slamming Drew McIntyre and told, "Don't you ever put your hands on me." Which of course it was an accident, but you know, when you got sock brains, it doesn't matter. Which led Drew McIntyre to go up to Adam Pearce and say, "Look, I want to fight Braun. Oh, I want to fight Braun? I want me a piece of him? I want to fight him." So he goes and he gets the fight. Braun goes over there and says, "Hey, look, you know, I didn't get beat in the triple threat match. Randy Orton got beat. Ergo," well, he's not smart enough to use that. He got sock brains. So he basically says, "Hey, I should get a world title match if I beat Drew McIntyre. I should get a world title match." Of which I think Adam Pearce, who cares? He agreed. And so the match was set up. Lashley didn't like that. Lashley felt it was disrespectful for them to be making decisions about the title and he wasn't involved. I mean, to be quite honest, I agree. They wouldn't do it with Roman. Roman wouldn't let him make all these decisions without his say-so. So why did he get to make decisions about the chief hurt officer and he not there? He didn't show up till damn near 10 o'clock. You know, because time works differently when you're the man, apparently. So in any event, Lashley and MVP was like, we're going to have to watch our interests. We don't like this triple threat business. We don't like that. We don't like how it sounds. It doesn't sound good. MVP went over to talk to Braun a little bit later. They argued, and Braun just basically guaranteed he's going to win the title, which, of course, you know, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Better not happen. So then we get the match. Braun, McIntyre. If Braun wins, he gets added to the triple threat match. Now, this match, in a nutshell, was pretty good. The second half of Raw was a mixed bag. The first half was awful. All right, it was absolutely awful. Some of the worst TV ever produced. The second half was actually not good, but it was better because they focused more on the in-ring stuff. And there was less to complain about other than Adnan Virk. I don't know if I'm going to talk about him this week. In any event, I actually enjoyed the McIntyre Strowman match. I enjoyed the match. And the finish was Lashley was trying to help Drew win. Lashley distracted the ref. MVP pulled Drew from the power slam in order to prevent Drew from losing, from making it a triple threat match. T-Bar and Mace nowhere, distracted Drew McIntyre. He gets power slammed. He gets pinned. So now Strowman is in the triple threat match. Now the WrestleMania Backlash, the match is Strowman, Lashley, McIntyre. And of course, you know I threw babies in the air because I love triple threat matches. I love them to death. I don't see why this match couldn't be that he takes his spot rather than it becomes a triple threat match. Like, why would you elbow your way into a triple threat match? That makes no sense. Earlier in the night, Braun was getting made fun of by Drew, who says, like, what about all these get these hands? Now he's about get these handouts. And it's like, well, you were kind of basically handed a number one contenders match anyway. I mean, you didn't even deserve it. None of these people deserve it. Lashley beat both of these guys already. He destroyed Braun less than a month ago. He destroyed McIntyre just 2 weeks ago. I don't know what to tell you, dog. This sucks. Like, everything about this is not good. They are not doing Lashley any favors. He is not the focal point of the show, as he's supposed to be. He's showing up either early in the show and then disappearing, or he's showing up in the middle of the show and then virtually disappearing. This was probably the most time he got. Long time. I did enjoy his promo, where basically he says he left Drew McIntyre crumpled at his feet like a throwaway dollar bill. I enjoyed that. But I'm not enamored with the way that they're booking Bobby Lashley post Hurt Business. I'm not thrilled by that. I hate that we don't have the Hurt Business anymore, especially now that he's got two contenders to contend with. But I'm just glad Raw is over. You know, so I'm glad Raw is over, and at least we got one good match out of this whole scenario. Because believe it or not, Strowman and McIntyre was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that. And the finish made logical sense. So now we're going to have McIntyre want revenge against T-Bar and Mace. He's probably going to want to fight them again in a handicap match 3 weeks straight, for fuck's sake. And God. And we're not getting any headway with those guys either. Like, they did a promo without a mask on. They said, like, no mask, no allegiance, no business, just execution or something like that. I was like, okay, but that's so cryptic. Why can't we just know what the fuck their plan is? What are they looking forward to doing? Just let them talk, man. We don't need any more cryptic, big guy, grumbly crap. Just tell us what the fuck is going on, right? We don't. It's so simple. Why can't they just do simple stuff? Tell people what's going on. Why are they attacking Drew McIntyre so much? What they got against him? Just tell us what it is. And let's build that story. Because these two guys there's nothing interesting about the constant handicap matches or the constant stupid ass tag team matches. There's nothing interesting about that. They might be fresh faces in the mix, but if I don't care what they're doing because I don't know what the fuck they're doing, then how could I be in any way interested in what the hell they're doing? I'm not, and it's not their fault. It's the writing staff. Raw has some of the worst writing I have ever witnessed. It is bad. It is capital B bad, capital A bad, capital D bad, with an exclamation point at the end. It sucks. But so triple threat match. So what happens? I'm expecting Lashley to win, probably not to beat McIntyre, to prolong that feud when we really don't need that feud to be prolonged. We need to move on. That's one of the big problems with WWE, man, is they book these guys who just last and hang and linger in one spot forever. McIntyre has literally been in the title picture one full calendar year. I don't think there's been a title match in the entire calendar year outside of Lashley versus Miz that didn't involve Drew McIntyre. We need a break. He needs to go away. And I don't mean just leave the show. I mean, like, not be in the title picture for a while. Like, we could use a 2 or 3 months with Drew doing literally something else, anything else, and cycling in other people. I don't care about Braun. That's fine. You want to do Braun? Cool. You want to do Shamey? Cool. Riddle? Cool. Orton? Whatever. Fiend or Bray Wyatt? Whatever. I don't care. But it just can't be Drew McIntyre consistently like this. It's not going to work. When that's how people don't know what week it is on your show, because it's the same people every fucking week doing the same shit every week. Like, it's literally how we ended last Raw is how we begun this Raw. It's ridiculous. But that's all I gotta say, man. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll talk to you guys later.